Today's video is all about turning your drone footage into a miniature world. So when it comes to using your drone footage to create a miniature world, it is really simple. It's only a few steps and you can make some great little footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into DaVinci Resolve. You can do this in the free version and the paid studio version. All it is a few clicks, a few drags, and before you know it, you've got a miniature world. So let's just get straight in to DaVinci Resolve. So I'm in DaVinci Resolve. This is the studio version, version 20. You can actually use the free version to do the tilt shift blur effect. Now what you need to do is before you ever start, you need to make sure you got your resolution and your frame rate correct before you import your video. And once you've done that, you just drag the video into your timeline and you'll see it there. Then you just need to head over to the edit, which is here. Click on edit, and then what you need to do there is just cut down the clip you're going to use. So you've just got the footage that you need to do the actual tilt shift blur effect. And then once you've got everything there that you're happy with, go over to here, which is the color part of DaVinci Resolve. Now you've got your video here. Now you need to have your nodes and the effects visible. So click on nodes and that will show you the nodes. You only need one, so you don't need to do anything apart from just leave that there, and then click effect. There are all your effects, but you need to search for tilt. So if you just put tilt, and there it is, just right there, tilt shift blur. And all you need to do is just drag it over to your node, and it puts that little sort of T marker there, and that just kind of shows the center point. Obviously it's going to blur outside of that, and this basically just shows the direction it's going to be going in. Now the footage that I've got here, it goes up here in a straight line, but when it gets to this part here, it then moves over a bit and moves around. So you can actually do keyframes to sort of move this. So how you do that is you go over to here and you've got your depth of field here, and you've got your center X, center Y, and your angle. If you just hit the diamond here, and that'll turn red, and that is fixed there for frame number 1. Now as we scroll along the video here, you'll see it start to move. Now that's pretty much in the center of that pathway. It's keeping the blur on the outside, but keeping the clearness on the sort of the middle area. Now as we get to around here, you can see how this needs to be here. So what we can do is we can just move that to there. And if you look over here, you'll see these sort of numbers change in relation to where that is. And then we'll just move this up a little bit. You can just keep doing this just to bring it center each time, so it's in the center of that path. Keep going. Obviously you can see it's going off a little bit there, but you bring it back, keep going, and you just change it around to here, and you just keep going with your keyframes, keeping it center so everything here is clear and everything out of here is blurred. And then that should, I'll just bring that a little bit center again, and then that should be straight up as we go along. Now it just depends, you might have flown in a straight line, so you just keep this where it needs to be, in the center. But if you have any directional changes, you can maneuver this. Down here there's a circle, you can actually move that round and that'll change the angle as well. But obviously if you've clicked these 3 diamonds, bear in mind that any changes you do to this will be reflected here. So once you've done that, all you need to do is you go to here, you put in your file name, you put in your format and your codec, you put in what you want the bitrate and the peak bitrate to be, add to the render queue, it'll appear here, render, and within a couple of minutes you'll have your finished article. Now I have got some examples to show you. Now this is the finished one of this, but also different heights, different sort of weathers. I did it in snow as well as sun and a bit of overcast. Different heights, different gimbal rotations and angles, just so you can see where it works, where it needs a bit of work, and where sort of it doesn't really work. So check that out now, and I'll be back in a moment. Enjoy. So there's just a few examples of how you can get that tilt shift blur effect into your drone footage. Now it is great to use it. You need to be at a certain height, I believe, probably about sort of 15 to 20 meters, just to get that detail. Obviously when you see the museum footage, that looks perfect. It's just in the right sort of height. The gimbal's at the right sort of angle. It's sort of flowing nicely, and you can see sort of the inside looks like a little toy village. Everything else is sort of blurred. Some of the other footage that I've used, it depends on the height and obviously the gimbal sort of angle and things like that. Sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it doesn't work. So I thought I'd show you a bit of a variation of when it works, when it needs work, and when it doesn't work. So then you can see for yourself where you need to be. Obviously the lowest I was probably about 15 to 17 meters to get the museum. Other footage I was probably sort of 25, 30. So I think it needs to be sort of quite low down, get that detail in, and get some great footage. But yeah, you can learn from that. I'm going to learn from that. I'm going to find some more locations to try and test that out and get some better footage and sort of mess around with the settings of that particular blur effect. Because obviously you can change the diameter of that blurring, so you can have it more clear, sort of near where the drone is sort of pointing at, or you can have it concentrated right in. It really is up to you, but I just thought I'd just do a very quick tutorial for you, show you exactly what it is. Basically just click, drag, and it's done, and that's what it's like on its default settings, as well as just using the keyframes to maneuver it around if you're kind of slightly going off that line. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments how you're getting on, if you've used that effect, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself and happy flying. Bye bye.